Yay.
That's
All
great.
right.
I'm impressed that you have all this down pat.
Oh man. It's always one of those technology you can never tell if it's going to go right. But I am so honored and so excited and just so grateful that I get you back. So for those of you that don't know, we are meeting with the VP of Product Development for Q Sciences today. Her name's Miss Ann Billings. And I have to give you guys a little background for those of you that didn't see her interview last month. Just so that you really know the caliber of expertise and experience and just everything that she brings to the table. So Anne's been formulating products for over 20 years, and a lot of them have been featured in Oprah's magazine O, right? I think it's called O magazine. Mm-hmm. And then also Glamour magazine and Elle. Also, she's developed some products for New Skin and USANA and LifeVantage and many others. But she found her home here with Q Sciences. She has 5, blows me away, 5 adult children. And that, again, like I said, I need to pick your brain on that because that's a huge feat. But I love your story, your personal story of just being a cancer survivor. Did you say a 4-time cancer survivor?
Yes.
That's huge. So from what I have learned from you working together is that really fuels your passion for helping others and just kind of constantly innovating and constantly wanting to find something that makes all of our lives better. And we were talking about stress, holiday stress, but I think going into this holiday season is probably going to be one of the hardest for people because of the accumulation of COVID. And I think we thought COVID would last, a year, maybe 6 months, something.
Yeah. I agree. And it's uncertainty. That's part of it.
Yep.
I think people's jobs and lives are changing rapidly. I think you probably feel this, but this shift of ownership of your life. Yeah. People are taking much more of a vested interest in what they put in their body. And, the advice that's given to them is scrutinized really carefully. Right. And, I started that journey a long time ago with my first diagnosis of cancer. But after 4 times, you become pretty vigilant, right, and careful. I read a lot of research. I'm a nerd. Yeah. And I don't give in to, memes and posts and whatever you might find in the latest fear-based marketing, which is super popular right now.
Oh, so popular.
Yeah. I mean, there's some companies who have lists of ingredients that they won't use, but they have no real reason other than to generate fear. Right. I would say some ingredients, there are good reasons not to use them too. But we like to take a look individually and collectively. And Dr. Kimberly spends a lot of time in clinic and research, making sure that what we give people is really safe and effective.
Right. So let's talk about Dr. Kimberly really quick before we jump into that main topic of terpenes, which is super, super exciting. But your partner in crime is Dr. Stephen Kimberly, who was the senior editor at WebMD for 12 years, and he left that to come over to be our chief science officer. And I mean, he's a naturopath, internist. He's been formulating herbal blends for like 35 years. And together you guys are like the power team, the power couple. So tell me how that works.
So he is my mentor. He is my idol. And I hope to have the energy and intellect that he has really on any given day.
Right.
And not only being an MD, an internist, board certified licensed doctor, he's got this balance of naturopathic medicine. He's a doctor of naturopathic medicine as well. So he brings those 2 things together. And we read a lot of research. We argue a lot. We go back and forth. Right. And I am more of the person who takes these big ideas and figures out how to put them in something like this. and
Yes.
make it taste good and make sure it's legal and make sure it's safe and make sure it's been tested. So yeah, I feel like partner in crime is the right term. But he is probably the smartest man, except for maybe my dad, that I've ever met in my life. So I feel fortunate to work with him.
I love it. So in October of 2018, we launched into the CBD space, hemp, and it became a staple in our family, especially with my son who has attention issues and, some different learning issues and things like that. And it became one of the most powerful tools that even his teachers recognized when he was on it, when he wasn't. But then fast forward, and we launched into a totally unknown space, not just to us in Q Sciences, but really to everyone. So tell us, what is terpenes? Like, what is it? How do I use it in a different way than our hemp that we cannot live without? Like, tell us a little bit about all of that, and how is it going to help us with stress this year?
Okay, so let me give you a tiny bit of background, because necessity is truly the mother of invention in this case.
Right.
And we are blazing a trail. There is literally no one doing what we're doing in the healthy supplement category when it comes to terpenes. So we are a global business. And one of the things that was really hard for our leadership and our ambassadors in Australia and Canada in particular, and parts of Europe, is that they could not sell our hemp products. And really, there's no good reason why they're not legal, except for politics. But that aside, we can't change their laws. So Dr. Kimberly and I set out to brainstorm. And our first thought was, we're going to figure out how we can make hemp legal. And, you head in the lab and you start to remove things like, oh, the CBD is illegal, so we'll take that out. The THC is illegal, so we'll take that out.
Right.
And because we have biosync technology, we can do that naturally and easily. But we were left with this set of terpenes, and then the light bulb went on. And the light bulb was, terpenes don't have to come from hemp. We can get terpenes from lots of sources, and terpenes are in everyone's daily diet. Everyone gets it every day. When you walk outside and you smell fresh cut grass, you smell a terpene. And people that use lots of healthy extracts and essential oils are using terpenes.
Okay.
Their terpenes are just locked and trapped inside that essential oil. And, as great essential oil can be, they're hard to use. You sometimes have to diffuse it, or you have to put it in something, or you can only smell it. You can't put it on your skin, whatever it might be. Right. So using biosync, we removed all of those barriers and targeted the terpenes that are giving the benefits from those essential oils. So I'll give you one example.
Okay.
Lavender. Pretty much everyone across the globe understands what lavender does, how it relaxes. It can help sleep.
Right.
It can give you a peaceful feeling. And so we extracted the terpene responsible for that feeling, responsible for the benefit, and put it into Q Chill, which is our terpene elixir that relaxes. So now you just put it under your tongue. You don't have to smell it. You don't have to put it in something else. You don't have to pretend you're a pharmacist to figure it out. You can just get the benefit and do it really easily. So I don't know how many people have seen it. I could share my screen and kind of give you an idea what it looks like. Yeah,
show your screen. I'm going to go on Facebook right now and start looking at comments just to see if someone, as we're going, if someone has any questions.
Sure.
Now that's interesting, because so you're saying the terpene is like the active ingredient and what gives us, and now, am I understanding this correctly, that you guys have figured out now to be able to have personalized benefits that different terpenes offer?
Right. So the first thing I have to say, can you see my screen? Okay. So I always say this when talking about products, and everyone else should too. This just insulates you from action from the US FDA or any other regulatory body. We don't treat, diagnose, or cure disease, but we can make your life better. And at Q Sciences, that's what we really focus on. So we talked about Dr. Kimberly. Let me scooch forward. We talked about what terpenes are, but to answer your question, those terpenes using biosync technology can come from almost any plant on Earth, and they all have terpenes. And we can extract just the terpene that we isolate that's responsible for the benefit.
Wow.
And we remove all the allergens, we remove the things that make it hard to use so that it's really easy. And you can just put it under your tongue and let it absorb. So one thing I do want to make sure everyone understands is that none of the terpenes come from hemp plants or marijuana plants.
Okay.
So this product can be used by anyone, anywhere in the world. There's no regulatory or legal issues, and there's no risk at all of someone testing positive that's in a category where they get drug tested all the time. So for like THC or whatever, like a truck driver or a police officer, something like that. So we talked about this. I'm going to skip forward. Here they are. Okay. So the terpenes are really easy to use, and they're designed to fill a need. So there's products you take every day, you know, your Q Core, your full spectrum hemp infuse. Those are things I take every day.
Right.
These are designed to meet a need, to fill a need. That it's called occasional use, and it's for an occasion that you need it. So when you feel this holiday stress, chill is the perfect answer. And you just put it under your tongue, and within 10 or 15 minutes, you will feel relief and calm and really, truly the benefit that you need to relieve stress. So these are the benefits, but it's not something you take every day or you take all the time. You just take it when you need it.
I love it. I love it. It's funny, the other day we were, we homeschool our 15-year-old, and same one that is, you know, on the hemp and stuff. And the other day I saw him, they were going over some well, Andy's on here. Andy's the teacher. I won't say it was boring because of Andy. It was just the subject. And I saw my son get up and grab the chill bottle. And, you know, I think he probably did three full droppers of that, you know, and he's like, okay, continue. And I just thought, I love that he's empowered naturally to like, okay, I'm going to need something to get through this.
Yeah, I mean, he knows what will help him. And you as a parent get to make that choice.
Yeah.
As you know, that's your choice and your responsibility as a parent. And if you feel like this is going to help them, I couldn't agree more. You know, these are all natural. And if you've eaten fruits and vegetables, you've been exposed to these terpenes already, just in really low concentration. We concentrate them so that you feel the benefit. So were there any questions about chill in the chat?
Let's see. I will, if you guys have any questions, put them in the chat. So it's interesting, while we wait for that, when I first was introduced to chill, I was using it at night. When we were able to beta test and all of that stuff, I was using it at night. And at first I thought, well, okay, it brings out your social side. Now that's a whole nother subject we can talk about, because social anxiety is at an all-time high because we've all been behind our screens.
100%.
And so you see people having higher and higher social anxiety before they go into a group setting and things like that, because it's just this kind of unknown, uncomfortable. But I heard chill and I thought, okay, chill. I like to chill at night. So I was taking it at night. And that was interesting because then you taught me different.
Yeah. It's not designed to relax and induce sleep, but it really is. Let's face it, we spend more time in front of screens than in front of people.
Yep.
And there is social anxiety, and it's on the rise, especially in a pandemic when everything just seems more stressful.
Yep.
You know, I was at the grocery store and I heard someone cough.
Everybody stares at them.
2 years ago, I wouldn't have thought about it.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking, oh no,
Yeah.
there's so much more just stress in normal social situations.
Yep.
So I have a friend who's got major issues with getting on an airplane and flying and being in an enclosed space. So she took chill about 10 minutes before boarding the plane
Great idea.
and felt just fine for the flight. So it's really to meet a specific need in a situation. So
Right. Okay, I have some questions.
Something else about the terpenes. Anyway.
Oh
any
no,
question?
go ahead. What'd you say?
Well, what do you use now at night when you want to relax?
Yes. I have to tell you, this is my, don't you dare take any of my comfort with the kids, because now anything that we do at night, let's face it, your kids follow what you do. So they see me grab my comfort at night. I keep my sleep spray by my bed. And so I've been taking this kind of around the time that we're like, okay, everybody get into bed, brush your teeth, da, 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 da. And let's face it, that's usually the time with moms,
right?
Where we're like, I want a glass of wine. Right?
Yes, right.
Like,
no.
Please.
Trust me, 5 kids, I get it.
Yeah. So this has become that for me where I'm like, okay, all right, brush teeth, let's get into bed, like it just to get it moving. And I love this product so much. I can't even tell you. And I'm in queue because of the sleep spray.
It's funny because when you feel the benefit of a product almost immediately, that is a golden also business opportunity. Absolutely. But it proves the point of what we're trying to do as a company. So yeah. I get migraines. I wish I knew why, but for me, if I would have to take prescription medication when I felt it coming on. Right. But, it's the kind where, the one eye goes. Yes. And you're in pain for 2 days. But what I found is now I can pivot quickly and use this and avoid it.
Yeah, so, kind of head it off before it develops fully.
Mm-hmm. And you may, by the end of the day, you're super active. I know you are. And this has that discomfort relief element. Yeah. So that probably helps you wind down a little bit too, especially after a lot of exercise, movement, chasing kids, dogs, whatever,
Yeah. Okay. So we have some questions here, which I think go in line with where we were headed. Mm-hmm. Someone asked, let me find it. What terpenes are in the chill and what terpenes are in the comfort? So
we have so each bottle, I stopped sharing my screen. I should have kept sharing my screen.
Oh, that's okay.
But there are terpenes from 4 or 5 different plants in each one. Let me see if I can grab this and I can just kind of read them off.
Okay.
As we go. But here's the danger. And when I say danger, I don't mean like super danger, like is that people start to go down the ingredient rabbit hole and they lose sight of the bigger picture, which is the benefit that the products bring. So I'm going to just pull up a little file really quickly and I will read these to you so that you kind of know exactly what we've got in them. Hang on one second.
While you're doing that, Ashley asked, which one do you recommend for bedtime to help sleep? And I think we answered that.
Yeah.
It's definitely comfort, Ashley.
I don't want to give too much away, but we may have something very specific coming up on Q Friday, which is our version of Black Friday or Cyber Friday or whatever you call it these days.
Right.
And yeah, so you have got to stay tuned for that one. I'm super excited about it. So, okay. Yeah, but comfort is a great solution, especially if you have sore muscles.
Yes.
All right. So in chill, we have beta-caryophyllene, linalool, alpha-terpineol, and limonene, but we support it with an herbal blend as well. And that herbal blend has GABA, rhodiola, and L-theanine, which is sourced naturally from green tea. So These are all naturally derived, some from, let's see, lavender, cypress, pine, and I think citrus peels. So
Wow.
that's chill. Mhm.
So let's talk about how, like really going into the holiday season and stress in general stress. Like we have learned self-care and it has so much to do with our food, eating enough nutrients, taking our supplements, sleeping, like exercising. These are all things that we can kind of keep, keep our immunity strong. That's the biggest thing with stress is it drops our immunity.
100%. So when you're under stress, your body releases hormones that were really super useful 10,000 years ago,
Right.
because it's that fight or flight stress, those hormone releases.
Yep.
And, you know, a lot of people get stuck in that fight or flight mode, and those hormones and like cortisol, all of it is elevated, and it's like, do I run away from the lion, or do I stay and fight the lion?
Right.
And all of that is happening in your body and putting you into that stress mode. And when it's busy doing that, it lowers your immune system because it can't do everything at once.
Right.
And when that becomes chronic, your immune system is compromised.
Right.
So, you know, we've got things that can help with your immune system. But number one, if you can manage your stress and get good sleep, you can't, replace that.
Right.
You will have a better immune system.
Right. Right. So getting good sleep with the comfort and the stress that, like you were saying, getting a migraine, getting a headache, having sore muscles, that all, even just having those creates stress.
Stress, absolutely. And stress doesn't have to come from an outside place.
Right.
There are times when, and I try to break this cycle in my mind. You know how when you rewind things and you think about something in the past,
yeah,
and you almost relive it and you have those emotions again.
Yep.
That can be just as stressful.
Yeah.
And it had nothing to do with a car accident or
right.
your kid skipping school and you got a call from the principal.
Right.
It's something that we incidentally sometimes just bring on ourselves.
And I think that happens a lot around the holidays
Yeah.
because memories are coming up.
I know. Yeah, you're so right. I think about, I lost my father just before the pandemic, and it was on a holiday.
Yeah.
And I'm not the only one that has these stressful memories, but I have tools to help me deal with it now.
Right. And I'll be the first to admit, around the holiday season, I drink more. Like historically, some eggnog, a glass of wine, we're having parties, maybe being around, this is not me, just in case family's watching, but maybe being around certain family members,
Sure.
Kind of brings out like, oh gosh, before I go over there, I need to have some wine or something.
Yeah.
The role alcohol plays in our immune.
Yeah. Alcohol kills germs, right? We sort of understand that. Yeah. But it also does the same thing to your gut biome when you drink it, especially in excess. Or what I don't mean like a half a bottle of something,
right?
But that alcohol, until it's metabolized, is not only killing bad bacteria, it's killing good.
Right.
And it does compromise your gut microbiome. And that is where 70% of your immune system, your defenses, exist. And when that's compromised, everything's compromised. Right. And let's face it, if you're going to be in one of those stressful family situations, 2 glasses of wine may not be the best idea. Reaching for something that's not going to compromise you if you need to drive later, or in any other way, is a much more healthy solution.
So for that, would you suggest chill?
Yes.
Okay.
I would suggest chill in that case. Absolutely. Okay. It can help just calm give you a little more perspective in those social situations. And this should be fun. This should be the, best time of the year.
Absolutely. Okay, so we have chill to handle, Uncle Joe. We have comfort to just chill us out at night, get rid of those aches and pains, and just kind of allow our bodies to really get into a comfort mode. What do we have coming?
So the one so create will be here soon. And
I'm so excited about this.
All right, that's what this looks like. I don't know if it's backwards or not, but it is designed to help focus, sharpen the mind, get your creative juices flowing. If you have a project that you need to just remove all that mental clutter and laser focus on something, this is what you need. And this will be coming out pretty soon. And when you think about the world of essential oils and extracts, there is almost literally one to provide a benefit for every need under the sun. So we've just scratched the surface in the world of terpenes. So we're just going to keep moving. As we isolate terpenes that provide a benefit, we're going to continue to deliver them to you. So
the technology is endless.
It is. It's absolutely endless. We have it. No one else has it. No one else has BioSync. No one else has the ability to put it in the bilayer liposomes that we can to make it safe to just put under your tongue. By the way, it doesn't even need to be metabolized. It is absorbed directly under your tongue, so it doesn't impact your liver or your kidneys or anything like that.
Wow.
Because it never gets that far. It just goes straight in your tongue.
So is the create going to be in time for all of us to get our taxes done?
Yes, absolutely.
So we can focus.
Yeah, unless you're late with your October returns, I can't help you with that quarterly.
Yeah. So. Oh, I love it. And thank you so much. I always get so excited about, I mean, you guys are so aggressively innovative. And that's one thing that, I mean, there's so many things why I love being partnered with you guys, but that is one thing that I just really think separates us and being able to offer these natural solutions. And I mean, we're going to stop the interview now, but I have to say how budget friendly terpenes are, because it's not an everyday usage. You really can get the most out of your bottle, and do like I do and like hide it from your kids and make it last as long as you can, or have it one in the car and one by your bed. You know, that's what we end up doing, is having all these products, you know, placed around the different, you know, situations that will need them. So I am so excited about this. Let me just make sure, see if there's any questions on here. You guys can ask questions and we'll come back to here.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. And thank you. And I hope I get to have you again next month. And I know you guys are working so hard on some really exciting Q Fridays. That is our kind of Black Fridays. And we have one coming up this Friday. Is that right?
So we have product Fridays, and I think maybe I shouldn't have picked a Friday for product Fridays.
Hey,
no, our next biggest one is that Q Friday. So, and it's not this coming Friday, but in a couple of weeks on the, I believe 19th. So,
awesome.
Coming right up. So
we'll be looking for that. And again, thank you so much for everything that you do, leading the way here. We just so appreciate you and our partnership with corporate and all of that. So I'm going to go.
Appreciate you. And thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I'm going to give comfort as gifts this year.
That is a great idea.
Yeah. I mean, what better gift to give someone than to relieve pain and to help them relax?
Yeah.
So
I can't, especially this time of year, can't think of a thing. So
yeah. Anyway. All right, hun. Thank you so much. And we will hopefully see you next month. All right. Bye guys.
100%. Thanks again. Take care.